How much does brain surgery cost in Malaysia?
Typical cost of performing brain surgery from the point of hospitalization, medication, OT charges, surgeon's charges, equipment use, your in-hospital rehabilitation period of maybe 3 to 5 days may range anywhere between 75,000 to 100,000 ringgit. This cost applies for elective cases, that means planned cases where you can control what you're doing, control environment sort of condition. But when it comes to emergency cases where you need to act urgently, sometimes the cost may balloon up to about 120,000 ringgit. Most of the cost occurs in critical care. In control cases, we can control the outcome. We can control how long the patient needs critical care. We can control the timing of surgery. For example, if I have a tumor which is 3 centimeters, it will take me an hour and a half, 2 hours to do it. So all that comes into play. How long it takes to do the surgery, what equipment you use, how long does the patient stay in ICU. So when you're working within a controlled environment, you can control many things, including cost. But when we're dealing with an emergency situation, a stroke, an acute stroke that requires urgent brain surgery in an emergency environment, I can't control how long the surgery will take. I can't control how long the patient may stay in ICU. So all this adds on to the cost factor. So for conditions which require urgent brain surgery, strokes, aneurysm ruptures, brain trauma, these urgent conditions, emergency situations, you can control the type of surgery you do and the equipment that you may use, but you can't really control the aftercare. How long does the patient take to recover? What is needed for recovery? What drugs or rehabilitation measures is needed for recovery? So these factors come into play in determining the overall cost for the patient. So in average for an elective brain tumor, I think it's safe to say that the cost may range between 75,000 to 90,000 ringgit. But when we're dealing with an emergency situation, I think the cost becomes about 30 to 40% more.